lying down. Start lying down for this class to see where we're at to start with. So just let your body completely rest on the floor, can tense and then release. Whenever we work with strength, it's good to invoke our solar plexus chakra, the fire in our belly. Fire of determination and strength and enthusiasm. Yellow sunshine from the middle of our belly. And put an intention for your practice today. Interlace your fingers over your head, bring your legs together and stretch your body, hands away, point your toes, and then flex your feet, change the position of the hands. And bring your knees towards your chest, bring your nose towards your knees. Rock a little bit side to side. And inhale, extend legs and arms 1 inch from the floor. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, legs and arms 1 inch from the floor. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, power up your belly, your abs. Exhale. And don't worry about holding. You don't need to hold your core. Your core will immediately get activated as you keep your arms and legs 1 inch from the floor. Good. One more. And release. Feet on the floor, sway your knees side to side. Good. Now, bring your hands behind your head. So you can have your hands interlaced with your fingers onto your shoulders, like so, to keep your elbows open, to keep your arms open. So we want to have the chest open as we do the transverse abdominal muscles. Bring one leg up. So I'm bringing my left leg up. You can choose which leg. And we're going to come across towards the left leg and back. And across and back. Across and back. Keep exhaling as you come across, inhaling as you come back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Have a little breather. Keep the same leg up. And now we're going to do the same, but this time out, and then we'll bring it in to meet the elbow. So inhale, leg is out, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. Good. And release the arms. The leg that you were working with, just let it flop to the side a few times. So you open and close like if you had the wing of a butterfly on that leg. Great. Let's do the other side. So knees up. And we come in across and back. Exhale as you come up across. Inhale as you come back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep going. You can exhale through your mouth if you want to. Have a little breather, head down, and now we're going to bring the leg out and in as we come across to meet the knee. Inhale, leg goes out, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Last one. And release. The leg that you are working with, flop it to the side to make it release tension. And then both legs go side to side. Bring both knees over your hips. You can have your palms facing downwards. And we're going to go side to side, a little bit deeper abdominal strength. Side to side. Breathing deeply. Exhaling as you twist. Inhaling as you come back to center. Exhale as you twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Keep breathing as you move. Remember, yoga is essentially movement and breath. These type of abdominals are a lot that's what you do in Pilates, and they are fabulous because they're very, very focused. Good. Release your legs onto the floor, hands by the sides of your hips. And we're going to stretch the hip flexors and the abs into shoulder bridge. Rolling your vertebrae one by one, bringing it up, and then releasing down. Tense muscles are weak muscles, so we want to have them nice and supple. Now we're using our glutes to lift and push the hips up. Use your glutes. Lovely. One more. Release. Hug your knees. Bring your nose towards your knees. And bring your hands underneath your knees. Rock backwards and forwards. Come up into sitting. Good. Bring your feet together, knees apart. And shake, shake, shake. Shaking your knees towards the floor. Baddha Konasana, bound up ankle pose. Lovely. Now, bring your arms to make contact with your thighs, with your knees. And push your knees down towards the floor. So we are holding onto the ankles and letting the knees go down by pushing the arms down towards the floor. Great. And lift it up. Now bring your feet onto the ground and let your upper body come between your legs. Good. So the hands are on the floor. If your hands cannot reach the floor, you can use a couple of blocks to place your hands on the floor. I want you to be grounded. So if having your hands on the floor is not available to you, you put a couple of blocks and you put your hands there. All right, so we're going to press the upper arms against the knees and the knees against the upper arms. What will result of this is that no movement will be apparent. But if you are doing it right, you're going to start shaking. Your inner thighs will start working, your arms will work, your abs and your pelvic floor. Your pelvic floor needs to be in operation. Your pelvic floor will be working. The hands flat on the floor. You can also have the fingertips on the floor. But the important thing is that you are pushing in your knees and the elbows are, the upper arms are pushing out. Are we ready? Okay, we're going to do it 6 times. Inhale, contract your pelvic floor, lower abdomen, and press the knees towards the arms and the arms towards the knees. And if there are little shakes, you know that you're doing the right effort. And relax. Make sure that your neck is not contracted, your jaw is relaxed. 5 more of those. Inhale, pelvic floor in and up. Your lower abdomen is in. And press your knees against your arms and your arms against your knees. Feel it on the inner thighs. And relax. Keep going. Inhale, pelvic floor, lower abdomen, and press, 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 press. Arms onto the knees onto the upper arm. And relax. We have 3 more. Inhale. And press, 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 press. Good. 2 more. Want to see you shaking. Inhale. And press, 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 press. Elbows goes against the knees against the arms. And relax. 2 more. You can feel it on the thighs. Hopefully you can as well. And the shoulders as well, yes. Inhale. Exhale. Press, 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 press. Keep breathing, inhaling. Inhale, exhaling. Good. 1 more. Inhale, give it your all. And press. Knees against the arms, arms against the knees. And relax. Well done. Release the legs. Roll the shoulders back. It always surprises me when you do a small movement and that really makes your body work. Make sure that your head is not holding too much tension. And if you have a block or a cushion, just bring it under your left hip and let your right leg go back. So we are trying to hang the hip flexor. So we hang the leg so that the hip flexor gets a nice stretch. I have my leg going back, my knee going back, and rotate towards your left. So I have a block underneath my hand as well. Giving a bit of looseness in there. Good. Bring it back to center. Change sides. So the leg comes back. The left knee this time is back. I'm sitting on the block and I'm turning. So I can feel the hip flexor getting nice stretch in there. By pressing the left hip as well, left buttocks will push the hip forwards. Great, lovely. Now sit, come onto your knees and take 2 blocks onto the floor. We're going to stretch the hip flexors this time forwards. So knees are on the floor and we're going to just let the hips go forwards. Pushing the hands onto the blocks, the hips come back. And let the hips go forwards. Go to where you can. You don't need to have a huge arch. You're just letting the hips go towards the floor, stretching your abs, opening your shoulders. And back. 1 more. And back. Good. Now, where your blocks are, my blocks are next to each other, shoulder distance apart. going to bring the elbows onto the blocks, the hands together, and bring the hands behind, stretching your triceps. If you don't have blocks, you could do it on the floor or onto a chair or a cushion. So if you have a chair nearby, your elbows onto the chair and bring the arms behind. It's quite a nice stretch. So we are preparing our upper body for a bit of work. Lovely. And release, coming up. So if you have your blocks, have them nearby. We're going to use it. If you don't have the blocks, you can imagine that you have your blocks. So have your hands making like an angle with the blocks, and the blocks are in the second setting. So this is the first setting, this is the second, and this is the third. So they are not on the highest and they are not on the lowest. So the hands come either side of the blocks, and the blocks are shoulder distance apart, like that. Good. Bring your knees onto the floor, coming forwards onto plank. And we're going to come to almost touch the blocks. Almost touch the blocks. Rearrange them if they need to be a bit more separate to allow space for your chest. Coming down towards the blocks and then up. Almost touch and up. Almost touch the blocks, bending the elbows and up. That's it. So keep your chest forwards. Don't go too far back. Look, instead of I take a rest, you come forwards and come down and up. Still keeping the weight on the wrist and up. Down and up. You should feel it on your pecs. Down and up. Two more. Keep the whole body participating. One more. And release. Child's pose. And lift your head. Bring your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers, and stretch. So your hands are onto your sacrum, elbows are bent, and we are pushing the elbows towards each other. This might be enough. If you want a little bit more, you can try and bring your hands away from your hips. Elbows are still bent, so that the stretch is on your chest. Good. And then release without releasing the hands. Let your hands stretch down so your elbows are straight. And bring your hands away from your hips. These two stretches are two different stretches for the shoulders, so the pecs, front of the chest. Good. Relax the arms. Lovely. Now, you can leave the blocks to the side. We're going to work on the back a little bit. And it is good to work on the back either on all fours or in a supine position lying on the floor. We're going to start on all fours. So on all fours, you're going to be working the back and the muscles as well. We're going to bring opposite arm and leg along the floor. Lift it, bring it to the 45 degrees angle, then bend arm and leg, extend, back to center, drop and back. I'll show you standing as if you just imagine I was on the floor. So you're going to bring opposite arm and leg along the floor, then lift 45 degrees, then bend, extend, bring it back, drop onto the floor and bring it back to the center. So there are four movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then reverse. 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Let's do it together. Let's start with the left hand, right leg. Extend arm and leg. Lift. Bring the arm and leg to the diagonal. Bend knee and elbow. Extend back to center. Drop onto the floor. Bring it back into all fours. Make sure that your core is not loose. You're engaged and prepared. You don't need to tense. The core will work by itself, but just don't have your middle body loosened. Extend arm and leg. Lift. Bring it to the diagonal. Then bend knee and elbow. Extend back to center and release. Good. We have 2 more on each side. Extend, lift, bend, extend, back to center, touch the floor and release. Touch the floor, lift, diagonal, bend, diagonal, center, touch the floor and release. Last set. Up, diagonal, bend, diagonal, center, touch, and back. Extend, lift, diagonal, bend knee and elbow, extend, touch, and release. Good. And shake, shake, shake. A bit of cat-cow, opening the chest, tilting the hips. Release any tension on your back. Lovely. Now we're going to lie onto the bellies and we're going to use the upper body strength. It's almost like if we were going to be doing a bit of swimming. So we are going to be like this on the floor. The elbows are in a cactus position. Then we're going to lift the chest, reach, bring the elbows towards the ribs, reach. We're going to do it 3 times. Back into a cactus and release down. Is that clear? Let's do it. So your belly is on the floor, forehead is on the floor, arms are at a 90-degree angle, your elbows are at the same level as your shoulders. Just check that all of those parts are engaged and involved. Inhale to prepare. Use your glutes. Lift. Arms go forwards and to the ribs. And forwards, ribs, forwards, ribs, and release down. We have 3 more of those. Inhale, lift, extend, elbows to ribs, extend, elbows to wrists, extend, elbows to wrists, back to center, and relax. 2 more. Lift, use your glutes. Extend, elbows to the ribs. Extend, elbows to ribs. Extend, elbows to ribs. Back into a cactus position. And release down. 1 more. Engage your glutes. Your glutes are strong muscles. They keep us upright. Extend, elbow to ribs. Extend, elbows to ribs. 1 more. And release down. Hands underneath your forehead. Bend your knees and sway your shins side to side. Good. Bring your right foot towards your right hip. Bring in your left arm in front of you. Hold onto that foot and push the foot away, giving your arm and your shoulder a little stretch. Again, your glutes are working in here. Same arm and leg. And release. Let's try the other side. So hold onto the foot, push the floor away, and stretching your arm, your shoulder, your chest, and release. Good. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and through the knees, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So shoulders back and down, elbows towards each other. Lift your chest, come through your knees, and downward facing dog. Walk your dog, releasing your heels towards the floor. And look towards your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands and come into a squat. So all of these exercises, the abs, hip strengthening, hip flexor strengthening, arms, legs, chest, they all help us when we want to do things such as crow. So we're going to just try a little bit. Bring your hands onto the floor, middle finger pointing forwards. Always remember that when you're prepping for a pose, you would as well be a little bit tired. So don't get disappointed if you can't do it all. But all of those parts of the puzzle are what you need to achieve the crow, which is an arm strength, inversion, and balance. So to start with, just let your body weight come towards your arms. And you're just resting there. You're resting your knees onto your upper arms, above your elbows. If you feel fearful that you might fall over, have a block or a cushion in front of your face so that if you go there, you will have something that will break the fall. Work within your capacities. You don't need to do everything. So now we're going to do the same, but we're going to bring the hips up. Your elbows are slightly bent and the knees are on the upper arms. And your head is going down towards the floor. So I normally put the inside of the knees on the upper arms. You need to be pressing your legs towards your arms, and your upper arms are pressing against the knees. You know, as we were doing before, that action needs to happen. So let's try it. Just play with it. Remember that when you're doing an balance is the key. So if you find your point of balance, your hips will be up, your knees are on the outside of your upper arms, and then your feet can come off the floor. Breathe deeply. And release when you need to. Well done. You can try it one more time if you want, but if you have had enough, it's time for us to relax. Good. Now, lie onto the ground. Lie into the ground. And time for you to release and relax. It can be tough on the shoulders. So the arms as well, absolutely. All right. So let your whole body release down. Your legs are falling apart. Your arms are falling with your hands facing upwards. Your chin is slightly tucked in towards your chest. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting the whole body now let go. Relaxing your neck and your shoulders, your upper back, your arms, elbows, forearms, and hands. Relax your belly. Relax your lower back, your hips, thighs, knees. Muscles and shins are relaxed. Relax your ankles, feet, your whole body. This is the time to rest and digest. Feel how your body feels. And you might feel that you want to stay for a little bit longer in Shavasana. So recovering from the shock of doing the strength. If that is the case, you can do that. We're going to close the session with 3 Oms and Shantis. You can stay lying down or have a little stretch and come to sitting. Whenever you're ready, just keep your eyes closed wherever you're at so that you stay within. Inhale to begin, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together. Wrap your palms. Make the movement a little faster and place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands towards your chest. Namaste. Give yourselves a clap. Well done. I want to hear how have you been? How do you do it? You need to open up the mic.
That was good.